Welcome back to 33-year-old boomer ranting in the woods. How do I have all this motivation? How can I do my freelance work every day, go for walks, train my body, work on my programming skills, and write books, and make daily videos? Am I forcing myself to do this? Or is there a more meta way in which you can do the same thing? Let's talk about it. So you see, this is not the first channel that I've had on YouTube. I've had a couple actually before. I used to have one back in 2016. In fact, here's a video of me. I'm the guy in the corner, by the way, not the main guy. That's a Social Repose. He used to have a lot of like sort of social stunt type music videos. I reacted to one of his videos, and then he reacted to people reacting to his video. Classic 2016 peak content. I'm about 24, I think, in that video. Now, even though the channel was doing quite well, I had thousands of subscribers, I had views, I stopped doing it. It's like the channel before it. And the reason why I stopped is because I lacked a very crucial thing. And that is the carrot. You see, I had the stick. The stick was that I wanted to ignore all the construction sounds. You see, the thing is that I wanted to leave my job at the time. I was working retail. It was okay, but I knew that I could do more with my life. However, the carrot was missing, or at least it wasn't very defined. The carrot was this vague desire of like, I kind of want to have like some money and like not have to live paycheck to paycheck, which is fine. But man, they're having a party over there. Even though that's fine as a general carrot to have, it's often not enough. You see, if you want to build something, in order to have the motivation to build something consistently, to really go at it, you have to have a real carrot and a stick. And in my case right now, the stick is the inversion of the carrot. The carrot is that I want to make money so that I can travel for a while, see what other countries have to offer, pick a place, buy some land, build a house, get a nice wife, have like 8 kids, and homeschool them, raise them wild, raise them free. And this is a far better carrot than some general sense of, I want to have some money. It's real. And the carrot, the stick, the inversion of the carrot, the stick, is the fact that I can't afford to have another channel that I stopped posting on because I'm 33. And so if I want to have a family, if I want to have a bunch of kids, it's now or never. There is no, it's fine, I'll just give another 10 years. Like that's not a good idea. And so I know that I have to make this work. There is only do, there is no try. I have to make it work. This channel has to work out. My writing has to work out. Some aspect of this has to work out. Because if it doesn't, it's not going to be very fun, is it? And so when you have a real carrot and a real stick, the stakes get real very quick. And the motivation is very easy to find. Now, I don't know what your motivation is. It could be very similar. You might want to start a family. You might want to have fun. You might want to be an accomplished something or rather. But I'm not sure if that's enough. I think you sometimes need something a bit more than just being a successful X or being a good Y. Sometimes you might have to dig deep. And for example, if you want to become a very good programmer, you might want to ask yourself why it is that you actually want that. Do you want to do it because you want a bunch of money? Okay, what do you want the money for? What is the purpose of the money? And you might discover that the reason for the money is so that you can buy a bunch of nonsense that you don't need. And that might be the reason why you can't seem to find the motivation. Because all this stuff isn't actually motivating enough. All the stuff that you don't actually need, that you think that you want to buy with your programmer money, isn't going to make you happy. And you know this. You know this deep inside that the reason why you're trying to become a programmer or to become good at something will not make you happy. The money that you're going to get from it will not satisfy you in any meaningful way, other than just buying toys that will make you happy for about 10 minutes before it just becomes normal to have them. Before you just have free cars and you don't really know what to do with them. And they're constantly breaking down. And they constantly need repairs and maintenance. And you're hating your life all of a sudden. And you worked all this, you gave up your youth to own rubbish that you don't need, that you can't even sell for the money that you bought them for. So maybe that's the reason why you're struggling with motivation. Maybe that's the reason why you struggle with making content or with writing code or studying with whatever, because you don't know what the purpose is. You don't know what the reason is why you're doing this. And so, if you want to find the motivation, if you want to find this bottomless well of energy to make content, to make software, to study, to do whatever, you have to figure out what it is precisely that is motivating you. The reason for my wanting to become healthier, the reason why I started on this quest, this main quest of becoming an anime character, is because of the same reason why I want to make money. It's to found a family, it's to start a family, to continue this fantastic chain that has brought me here. And if I'm out of shape, this will diminish the odds of any of it happening. It will diminish my chances of success because I won't be as healthy, I won't have as much energy. It will diminish my chances to find a good, lovely woman with which to have many children. It will diminish the chances of doing any of this. So for me, the fundamental reason why I'm doing this is to have a family and to increase the odds of this family being large and beautiful and healthy. And so that's why I do this. Now, you may have some other reason, or you may not know why you're doing this, or doing anything. And if you don't know why you're doing anything, I invite you to really think about it. Why are you a programmer? Why are you studying in university? And my point isn't that you should stop. That's not my point at all. My point is figure out why it is that you want this. Can you hear the cats? Meow. They've gone quiet. I want you to really think deep about what your motivations are. Because if your motivations are shallow, if your motivations are, I want to be in the club with women and popping bottles of champagne and with my free cars or whatever, you're not going to be motivated to do that, because that's not really a very motivating goal. Your brain is smarter than you are. It knows that that's not going to make you happy. That's just a sugar high. It has no consistency. It's not gonna, and therefore you're not going to be motivated to do it. And if you want evidence of this, consider the fact that you're probably not motivated, which is why you're probably watching this. And maybe, in fact, for most of us, at least for most of the men watching this, the motivation will be to start a family. And once you accept this, once you really picture this reality, it will become real. And the motivation will be purely a byproduct of this parallel reality that you're trying to pull towards this one and merge them. Right now, I am picturing my wife running around the garden with our children, chasing butterflies, and I'm working on the homestead. We have a beautiful house that we built, or like you know those like old like French farms made of stone. Yeah, those are pretty peak. You don't need that much room. You can have your kids don't need a room each. You can have like 4 kids per room. It's really not a big deal. Kids don't need infinite space. They just need siblings and good parents. And you can have a couple of rooms. You get beds for them, or you get like what they called those stacked beds. They'll be fine. They don't need to live in the lap of luxury. They're kids. They don't need new clothes. You can give them hand-me-downs. Like, raising a bunch of kids does not cost a lot of money, especially if you homeschool them. I imagine my wife homeschooling our children. Like, there's so many. I imagine myself working in the garden and feeding my children with organic food that I grew myself, that me and the wife grew, that she prepared. Living a life where we don't have infinite riches, we don't have luxuries, but we have the best things in life, the things that actually matter. And so once you imagine this, once it becomes real in your head, the motivation will always come. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.